Yes, hi guys. Hi. Yes, I am back. Yes, there were a few problems in the studio, and I think right now we should perhaps have a pretty straightforward stream. Now, let me go back into the main studio to see exactly what is happening from where the transmission is coming to your individual devices across the whole world. Yes, um, like I said previously, by the way, some of the earlier podcast has been deleted because we had problems with lagging and the rest of it for the benefit of some of you. But we've corrected that from the studio. Like I was saying the previous time, the last time I came live was a month ago, and obviously a handful of you are not really encouraging this platform to bring you some of the most frightening and breathtaking information that you need to actually garnish your mind, prepare your brains, your mind for exactly what is to come next in the next phase that hopeless, ridiculous contraption called Nigeria is having to uh, bestow on a handful of you. Now, some of the problems you guys are facing currently in location 9 is as a result of some of the actions you've taken in the past. Your actions in the past is exactly what is telling in your life today. Take it or you leave it. I will tell you the gospel truth. You see, Nigeria is completely screwed, and I've got a couple of issues that I want to talk to you about today, Wednesday, the 24th day of December 2025. Yes, it is Christmas Eve, and I believe that a handful of you are at home relaxing with your families and getting prepared for tomorrow's festive season. Now, top on the agenda that I want to talk about today, top that I want to talk about today is PDP. Yes, PDP. Yes, I want to talk about PDP. I'm not too sure if you guys, I'm still seeing, I think I'm still seeing the old stream here, but let me see because I am back now. Yes, I can see the new stream. Now, top of exactly what I want to talk about today, uh, Christmas Eve, the 24th day of December 2025, is PDP, the People's Democratic Party, calling the international community to save Nigeria from declining democracy. That is ridiculous, don't you think so? The People's Democratic Party in Nigeria calling the international community to come and save Nigeria from a total collapse in democracy. We're going there. That's number one. Number two that I have in store for you this great evening or this night is the fracas between the Oni of Ife and not the fracas, the Oni of Ife's 10th year coronation anniversary and the fracas between the First Lady, Remi Tinubu, and Ademola Adeleke. And then there's a particular issue in there that I am not going to go into, but I will probably touch on that as well, because I was beginning to question why the Alaafin of Oyo was absent at the 10th coronation of the Oni of Ife, and the Sultan of Sokoto was there to witness the occasion. We're going to go there. That's number two. Number three, privately, I have been talking to a handful of people behind closed doors, behind the scene, on the issue of K1, Wasiu Ayinde Kwam One's palaver with the Awujale's throne. Yes, we are going to go there as well. And then lastly, I want to reveal to Nigerians, I'm not too sure whether a handful of Nigerians will pick this up, but I want to reveal the bandits and Boko Haram sponsors in Nigeria, the top six. The top six. The top six that are Boko Haram and bandit sponsors in Nigeria. And I'm going to show you their pictures as well. Now, guys, if you want to do us that favor, I think it is better you just click the like, love button so that Facebook and YouTube can actually recommend, can actually send this out to a handful of Nigerians, based on how you interact with me on the stream, because their algorithm will pick up that. Okay, let us go into the first part. The PDP calling the international community to save Nigeria from declining democracy. I've not really talked about this publicly, but one thing I want to say to the PDP is the fact that what they sold back in 1999 is exactly what they are having to reap 2023, 2024, and now that we are going into 2025, and now that we are going into 2026. I am not sorry for the PDP. Like I always say to you, all your politicians in Nigeria and elsewhere in the world, other than the fact that they are blood-sucking parasites and vultures, they are heartless. the PDP, knowing fully well exactly what they did, especially in the southwest, in Yoruba land. I'll mix and match Yoruba language this time around for the benefit of those who may want to hear this clearly. Obasanjo, like I always say, there are two people in Nigeria that will never make Nigeria divide. Àwọn èèyàn méjì ló wà nínú ilẹ̀ ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nigeria tí wọ́n ní fẹ́ jẹ́ kí Nigeria kó divide. One in the north, another one in the south. Ẹni kìíní ìyẹn wà ní northern Nigeria. Ẹni kejì ó wà ní southern Nigeria. The one in the north tí ò ní fẹ́ jẹ́ kí Nigeria kó divide is Ibrahim Babangida, my friend. The second one is Obasanjo, Babangida's boss. They are all claiming they fought the Nigerian Civil War, and as such, they will not want to see a Nigeria to be broken up. They claimed they laid their lives for the country, but that was a big lie. Both Obasanjo and General Ibrahim Babangida were only acting on the order from their boss, General Gowon, who took them to the nasty and ridiculous civil war. And now, Nigeria will know no peace. Not until when Babangida is dead, gone to meet his God, and not until when Obasanjo is equally dead to meet his own God too. You see, so long as those two are still alive, it will be extremely difficult to divide Nigeria. Take it from me or you don't, but that is the gospel truth. I know exactly what I am talking about. PDP, all those ridiculous vultures and blood-sucking parasites within the PDP are now calling the international community to come and save Nigeria from declining democracy. What do they know about democracy? Kí ni nǹkan tí wọ́n mọ̀ nípa democracy? They know nothing about democracy. Let me take you back. Let's go back. 1999 to this moment, 2023. Yeah, 1999 to this moment, 2023. Guys, you are free to interact with me and let me have your comment. Please post your comment so that interact with me. I know it is a bit late, but because it is Christmas Eve, 24th day of December, I believed many of you will be here to listen to this. You see, Obasanjo promised the whole world that the PDP will rule for 60 years in Nigeria. You remember 369, but they were cut short. Cut short. Remember in 2000 and I think it was in 2003, Obasanjo rigged all the elections in the Southwest. Yes, it was in 2003. Yes, it was in 2003. Don't forget, Obasanjo rigged the entire Southwest. The only place Obasanjo was unable to take was Lagos. Let us begin to give credits to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Obasanjo probably never thought that Tinubu will one day become the president of that nation. I was skeptical. But PDP now calling the international community to come and salvage and rescue Nigeria from declining democracy under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It seems the PDP forgot the fact that their own president, as at that time in 1999, between 1999 and 2003, was the baddest president Nigeria never had. Who even swore that even when Jesus Christ come down from heaven to Nigeria, he cannot conduct a credible elections. And the same PDP are now calling on the international community to come and salvage Nigeria from declining democracy. This is my advice. It is not only that democracy is declining in Nigeria. Like I always say, I have lost every hope, every confidence in the nation called Nigeria. The best thing and the smartest thing that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu can do for us is to return Nigeria back to the regional formation. To either the 4 regional formation with Midwest that was carved out constitutionally, or take us into the 6 geopolitical zones so that each zone within the federating unit can manage themselves and then manage their own resources. Let them have their own individual constitution. Presidential system of government is not working for us. And I think I've talked about this time after time, that what we were supposed to practice in terms of democracy is a parliamentary system of government. I will still come back to that later on. So the PDP should forget about the fact that the international community will never come to the rescue of Nigeria for a declining in democracy or democratic activity. It's not going to happen. Stop wasting your time, PDP. We will come back to that perhaps at a later date, but let me take you through the next one. The Ooni of Ife 10th year, number 2. It's not going to be long. It's going to be short. Because I know that for a handful of people in Nigeria, probably it is to 12. And I know that many perhaps don't have lights. Maybe NEPA will save a handful of people to give them lights over the Christmas period. Ooni of Ife 10th year coronation anniversary. Remi Tinubu, the First Lady versus Ademola Adeleke. Yes, I've got the clip that I play you, and I want to, because many, you see, one thing is this: many people crucified the First Lady, Remi Tinubu. I am not going to do that. Secondly, many people fail to study the clip very, very well, because many people are not trained psychologists. So a lot of people, gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wọ́n kàn ń sọ̀rọ̀ bla 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 láti ẹnu wọn. Let me play you the video. Ẹ jẹ́ n play video yẹn fún yín. I'm going to say this in Yoruba language because this involved Oni of Ife, and mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ fi àwọn nǹkan kan mo fẹ́ fi hàn gbogbo yín. Yes, I want to show some of you the things that I saw in the video clip. Let me roll the video clip. Bá fi hàn gbogbo yín, I will show you. Yes, this one is not supposed to come now. Okay. Now, let me quickly rewind this for you guys from the beginning. Let me quickly rewind this for you. Okay, let me rewind this for you. Okay, again, rewind there for you. Now, I'm going to start this all over again. This is not supposed to show. I'm not supposed to show that one. So let me delete all this, and then I'll bring them back in later on. Now, I want you to please watch this very carefully, guys. Watch this. Okay, we seem to be having, let me delete that as well. Okay, now let's do it this way. Maybe it because what I want to highlight, it's got to be in this particular studio. Okay, right. Now watch this. Let me start it all over again. Yes. Now, what I saw there was this. Now, if you look very carefully, here, you will see the Oni of Ife. You will see clearly the Oni of Ife. This is the particular clip I want to show you. you will see the Oni of Ife doing like this. Ibola tu jasi nínú 10th year coronation anniversary tá à ń ṣe níbí báyìí tó tún jẹ́ pé Governor Adeleke orin ló tún kọ. Now, let me go back into the main studio and see if maybe I might have to play this from the studio for you guys to see. Now, let me bring the video clip in for you. Let me bring the video clip in. Okay, it is not here. It is in Movavi. Let me bring it in here for you. I should have done that because I know. Now, I want you guys to please watch it. Now, you see the Oni of Ife here. You can clearly see the First Lady was sitting right of the Oni of Ife, and the Sultan of Sokoto is sitting next to the Oni of Ife, and you can clearly see the Oni of Ife, you know, tí wọ́n la ọwọ́ wọn méjèèjì tán. Ibo la tún já sí yìí pẹ̀lú Governor Adeleke nínú 10th year anniversary yìí. Shetiri. So the Oni of Ife, I'm just looking at the body language and the psychology that has been involved in the Remi Tinubu and Governor Adeleke of Osun State at the 10th year anniversary of the coronation of the Oni of Ife. Now, here you can see Oni was telling the First Lady, Ibola tu jasi ni ọjọ́ òní, ṣé orin la tu wá kọ níbí báyìí ni. So that's why I tagged this. You can see the picture of the First Lady versus the Osun State Governor Adeleke. Now, look at Oni very well. Let me play this from the beginning again for you guys. Watch that area, that timeline when the Oni of Ife was chatting to the First Lady to say Ibola tu jasi. Let me play this for you. Watch it very, very closely. Look at the Oni of Ife. Now, when you see that, when Oni was, you know, saying Ibola tu jasi, you First Lady, that was the moment the First Lady stood up. Now, let me rewind it so that you guys can see this clearly. You see that? First Lady today. Ẹ máa wòran o, ó tún kọrin ṣẹ́tírí. You see, a lot of people want to crucify First Lady Remi Tinubu for standing up to say this is not the time to sing, and we go straight to the program. If you have your speech, tell us exactly what you've got written down in your script. You see, I looked at it this way. There's something called, a lot of àwọn èèyàn wa orí wọn ò pé, wọ́n wò pé Governor Adeleke, òun ni governor of Osun State, òun ló gbà wọ́n lálejò. No, state ẹ̀ ni Ọọ̀ni of Ife ló ní event yẹn. Ọọ̀ni of Ife ló gba gbogbo àwọn people yẹn ní àlejò, including Osun State Governor. They were all guests to the 10th coronation anniversary of the Ọọ̀ni of Ife. This is why many people are not with their senses and with their gumption. A lot of Nigerians and Yoruba people, they reason upside down. As a matter of fact, wọ́n ti la agbárí yín, wọ́n ti gbé ọpọlọ yín, wọ́n ti gbé kúrò. There's something called code of conduct for public servant. I'm sorry if we've got a time when Governor Adeleke is got to display some kind of pleasure, or we pay on campaign, no fejo, fine. But you see, he never followed something called etiquette. You see, the world was watching, but that particular event was not the type of event that Adeleke must have seen. Public conduct, etiquette. You see, Adeleke might come from a well-privileged background and a polished background, but for me, there's no difference between Adeleke and Wasiu Ayinde, because tí Adeleke bá ka ìwé dáadáa ni, tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n breed up, he was well bred up and nurtured with home manners. Adeleke won't be behaving like that in public. I'm sorry to have to tell you, but from both the family sides that I came from, discipline, conduct, your behavior matters a lot in the public. So many of you think the first lady did the wrong thing. You are all mistaken. She's the first lady. Yes, we agreed she's the first lady, but then and again, Ọọ̀ni of Ife, they were all guests to the Ọọ̀ni of Ife and not guests to the Osun State Governor. Get that straight. Get it straight. It's not that I'm a friend of Remi Tinubu. Yes, I was once a friend to the husband, and I loved the husband, the way the husband was crushing Obasanjo. In fact, everything I have done without collecting a dime from Bola Tinubu since 1999, I did them out of passion, and I think I've got records to show for them. And I am beginning to even love Bola Ahmed Tinubu the more, the way he's having to trash the Fulanis. Obasanjo was unable to actually deal with the Fulanis the way Bola Ahmed Tinubu is dealing with the Northerners today, and that's why they want to get rid of him. You see, before the election in 2023, I spoke to a very good friend of mine who was one of his top campaign guys and a very close associate of Femi Fani-Kayode. I'm not going to mention his name. I can only tell you that that person I am talking about is very close to Femi Fani-Kayode, and they are very, very close friends. And I told him and I said, my prayer is that the North should not massacre Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And I told him and I said they cannot poison Bola Tinubu with food or drink or anything, because Bola Tinubu is too sophisticated and too advanced, unlike that fake, dodgy, latex Muhammadu Buhari that they brought to you. I said my problem is, if they want to get rid of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it is either through assassination or the poison the air condition in his office or in his bedroom, so that when the air is inhaled into his lungs will be damaged. Don't forget, Nigeria might not have a nuclear weapon, but Nigeria is completely filled with biological weapons. And each and every country in the world, they've got biological weapons. Nigeria is filled. If you don't know, you better know now. Nigeria is completely filled with biological weapons. Third, K1. Yes, unfortunately, I'm coming late on K1's issue and his palaver with the Awujale's throne. Oti succumbed. He surrendered, and it seems Kwam1 is no longer interested in the throne, because behind closed doors I was talking to a lot of people, and I was even telling some people that K1 the ultimate is not. I knew he wasn't from from Ijebu-Ode or from the throne in Ijebu-Ode, but a lot's been going on, and they've really dug into Wasiu Ayinde's Nyash. And mo dẹ̀ gbọ́ tán sọ pé wọ́n ní Wasiu Ayinde ó ti lọ túbá, ó ti lọ bẹ̀ wọ́n ní ìdílé Fúṣẹ́gbùwà pé kán dáríjì òun pé òun ṣìṣe ni. So I'm not really going to waste much time, because I want to make this as quickly and brief as possible. One little lot too bad. So I'm not going to dig into the issue anymore, but knowing fully well that Wasiu Ayinde has always been controversial, and he wants to create one form of fracas scenario, or something that will put him in the limelight, or something that will give him a free media coverage from all over the whole world. He wants people to talk about him. That's what I see about, and for him it is cheap publicity for him, because when this one talk about him, when that one talk about him, when everybody is talking about him, then it is cheap publicity for Wasiu Ayinde. And for me, I'm not really carried away with all this kind of things, because táwọn èèyàn bá kàwé dáadáa wọn ni màmá ṣe bọ́ ṣe ń ṣe. You see, that's why tí mo sọ pé kò sí yàtọ̀ nínú Ọ̀ṣun State Governor Adémọ́lá Adélékè àti Wasiu Ayinde. Kò sí yàtọ̀ nínú wọn. Wasiu came from a poor background, but worked his way into riches, fame and riches. Ademola Adeleke came from a privileged background, but then and again, nǹkan tó wà láàrin àwọn méjèèjì ni pé the two of them, they cannot manage success. You see, when you are unable to manage success in life, so then you are going to run into a lot of problems. You see, Ademola Adeleke, I don't know bóyá òun gangan kò níwà. And when you come to think about it, he might probably have, but ó lè jẹ́ pé ó níyàwó kan, but then ṣe mọ̀ pé as a Nigerian man ó máa ní oríṣiríṣi concubine as well, which I am not going to really dig into his private life. That is his private life, but I'm only interested in his public conduct. So also I'm not digging into Wasiu Ayinde's private life, but his public conduct is what I'm always interested in. Let's go into number 4 because I want to make this as quickly as possible. Boko Haram sponsors and bandits in Nigeria. Now, let me bring in that. Let me take this off. Let me take it off so that it doesn't have any, so that kò tiẹ̀ ní interaction pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ gbé wá. Yeah. It is coming your way. We'll talk about that, and a lot of people fail to name them, and I'm going to start with this. I'm going to start with this presentation. It is coming your way. Yeah, it is coming your way. Let's see where it is. Where is it? Okay. Okay. There's it. That one is still loading. Okay, but we want to load down. Now, Boko Haram, they said it is Western education that is seen. That is the logic behind Boko Haram. Western education is seen, but I find it a bit difficult that the same Western education that is seen to Boko Haram and the bandits, they carry AK-47. Now, was it not part of the Western education that manufactured the AK-47 that they carry and many of the sophisticated weapons that they use? That is giving me cause for concern, as a matter of fact, and I find it very, very difficult to stomach the fact that Boko Haram can tell you that Western education is seen and that what they want is to enshrine Sharia law into the nooks and crannies of Nigeria. We will come back to that. Now, in this next one, now, this man, Adamu Garuba and Sheikh Gumi, they claimed Boko Haram and Fulani bandits are northern Nigeria freedom fighters. Don't forget, I'm not quoting them out of context, but this is exactly what they claimed, that they are northern Nigeria freedom fighters. Whether they are northern Nigeria freedom fighters is what I don't know, but they are classified as terrorists. They're simply known as terrorists. And trust me, I don't know why we are one and why we are still together. Now, I said I'm here. I've got six names of the Boko Haram sponsors that the federal government of Nigeria under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu failed to release. Let me show you them. Yes. And I tagged them as the Ring of Fire in Nigeria. And those are the top 6. List of the top 6 bandits Boko Haram sponsors in Nigeria. Left of the picture in your screen is the Sultan of Sokoto, the ring leader of the Boko Haram and the bandits in northern Nigeria. The Sultan of Sokoto, Saidu Abubakar, is the number 1. Number 2 is Sheikh Gumi on your right. Sheikh Ahmad Gumi. Number 3 is Nasiru El Rufai, former governor of Kaduna State. Number 4 is your defense minister, Bello Matawale, former governor of Zamfara State. A man who knew nothing about defense. Number 5 is the former Zamfara State Governor, Ahmad Sani Yerima. Now, Ahmad Sani Yerima, if you check his track records, he was the man that first introduced Sharia law in northern Nigeria publicly during Olusegun Obasanjo's tenure in 1999. The very first. Now, I remember vividly, I was the publisher of Rumors magazine in London. And immediately after this man, after Ahmad Sani Yerima introduced the Sharia law, I spotted him the following week on Edgware Road in London, smoking that Arabian shish, is it shishi or shishi? I don't know what they call it. Ashish or shishi. And at the same time, drinking a bottle of champagne with Arabian prostitutes on Edgware Road. A man who introduced Sharia law. I'm talking about Ahmad Sani Yerima. He was unable to practice, he was unable to actually engage himself or indulge himself in the fetish things that he never wanted people in Zamfara State to practice. But he was able to fly over to London to Edgware Road, sitting in the midst of Arabian prostitutes, smoking hashish with bottles of champagne. The same Ahmad Sani Yerima, don't forget, was the same man that actually married an Egyptian underage child of 9 years as a wife. That was the man that introduced Sharia. Number 5 of the top list of the Ring of Fire in Nigeria. And then number 6 is your former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami. Also a bandit Boko Haram sponsor. See, the Nigerian government cannot name these individuals because they are all northerners. See, next time in the next stream, I'm still coming back to this probably in the next episode because I want you guys to go to bed and we will talk about this because based on this banner that I have carefully made up for you, I'm still going to talk more on this. So guys, let's bring tonight's stream to an end. We're fast approaching the Christmas day in London, but for some, they've already seen the Christmas day. Okay, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and I hope to come back live to you perhaps on Boxing Day, where we're going to carry on and we will continue this topic. Look, guys, it is Wednesday, the 24th day of December 2025. The time currently in London is 23:13. I'm still your host, Frank Bello in London, and I hope to see you on Boxing Day. And we will dig deep again into more of those information that are beyond the headlines in Nigeria. So until the Boxing Day, guys, take good care of yourselves, and I hope to see you then. Share the stream so that your loved ones and your friends, families will know exactly what we've talked about today. Until Boxing Day, look after yourselves and Merry Christmas. Good night.
New Media TV. Beyond the headlines. News in its purest form. If you have enjoyed this video or any of our podcasts or live streams, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe for more content like this. We make information simple. Your experience matters to us. Liberty Media Communications. Live stream with confidence. Fewness of words. Greatness of deeds. We empower people around the world to stand up for their social or ethical principles of freedom or entitlement. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video or live stream.